to Sneaker Gears. My name is Levi and welcome to another episode of Performance Gears, and today we're looking at what possibly might be the absolute best performance basketball shoe that Adidas has ever came out with. And funny enough, it's actually not even from Adidas Performance, it's technically from their lifestyle brand. So, and what got me talking about this today is that there has been some pictures surfacing of a 98 BYWX performance version coming out. So today we're actually talking about the Adidas Boost You Wear Performance, or BYWX. Alright, so the BYWX was not a shoe I was going to do a performance review on, simply because it's not really readily available. They have come out with a couple different colorways now, with an all-white version, as well as the Pharrell versions, which I'm not sure if those were performance oriented or more lifestyle, as well as now they have the rumors of the 98 version coming out, which should be more widely available. On top of that, this is something that costs $200, so it was hard to get, it was expensive, and it wasn't really worth a review. But with this throwback coming through, I have to do a review and let you guys know what is out and why it's worth getting. Let's get into it. Alright, so the 98 version, which I have here, this is my OG 20-year-old Adi Preen Plus full length Kobe 2, Crazy 2, whatever you want to call it. I love this thing. The only reason I have not worn it is because if you guys take a look here, let's see if we can zoom in. I put it in the wash with the Rejuvenate system and it kind of ruined it. Now, I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt considering this is a 20-year-old shoe, but I can tell you that Adi Preen Plus is super comfortable. I can also say this tooling is the same thing used on the Yeezy 500, so that's something I actually still want to be able to pick up. Now, as with any older shoe, I don't know if you guys have anything older in your collection, performance-wise, what happens is the rubber starts to get a little slick. So still definitely wearable, but I wouldn't recommend this for on the court. But if you're looking at these guys, I mean, you can't help but see the family resemblance. These guys are cut from the same cloth. This is another hit from Adidas that I think is going to do really well once it's more widely available. Alright, so as in all my reviews, I like to start out with the fit. Normally, I am a 12 wide, so I do a 12.5. Most of my shoes, I just have to do a 13 since 12.5 is not very widely available. If I can do my true size 12, I'm really happy with. There is 3 pairs in my collection. I actually was or am able to do an 11.5. This is one of them. Now, if I can get this in a size 12, that would be better, to be honest, but the 11.5 still works, and that's because it is pretty much a prime knit upper, and we can take a look at that here. Now, talking about the materials here, what I love is you have this kind of plastic textile in the forefoot, but it's not a cheap fuse. You have this knit all around the parts that would be where your foot's going to expand and spread. You have this suede for containment and support. Then you have kind of a jersey mesh on the back, and then you have kind of a different knit right on top with other suede hits. So I love the materials used on this version. I love how it works and moves with your foot. Trey and Jay Jones, I used to talk about when a shoe fits to your foot where you don't even realize it's still on your foot. You just play and it just kind of blends in. Those are the best shoes, and this is what you're getting with this. It is an absolute fantastic upper. Again, I did an 11.5. Ideally, I would like to do a 12. Now, that being said, I would say overall, go true to size if you're able to get this, and I think you're going to be just fine. Now about the support. Alright, so the support on this shoe is surprising. So technically, this is, and let's see if I can zoom here, an Adidas Original, if you look at the foil here, but it's their performance shoe. So this is one of the first time I think they've ever done that, and that was a detail noticed by Nightwing, so shout out to him. Now, the support on this is kind of crazy because you have a full torsion system. You can kind of see through the translucent sole there coming through. You have a really kind of stiff heel cup coming all the way up. You can almost see it coming through the material here. And then on the inside, part of that torsion system, you have this cradle that's really holding your foot in. Now, I have a wide foot and this still works fine for me. Now, this is more on the internal side, not the medial, so this actually works okay. On the width side, you have this huge containment piece that's also holding the boost coming all the way up. So your foot kind of sits inside, but this moves with you perfectly well. And this is a suede that, again, molds to your foot. So you have all these performance pieces holding you in no matter what direction you're going, whether you're going lateral on defense, where you're doing jab steps, step backs. The toe box is actually a little bit stiffer material here, so your foot does not move. The lockdown, the containment, the support on this is incredible. And the thing is, because it's such a lightweight shoe, and because it kind of just disappears on your foot, it really feels almost like what the Jordan 28 and 29 did. It feels almost like some of the Kobe's, where it's just lightweight, but it's amazing. And those are really high compliments for anyone who's been doing shoes reviews, or anyone who's worn those models. To say this performs like that in those regards is as high of a praise I can give it. All right, so I've gushed about the fit, I've gushed about the materials, the support. How good does this get? Now it's onto the cushion, and the cushion is another kind of weird conglomeration that just works. So as you can see here, it has completely exposed rear boost, which they haven't really done. I think the new Harden Volume 2 has kind of fully exposed boost, but what's cool about this is you're still contained. It's still really wide. You can kind of see the base here of the boost coming all around the shoe. So you still have a sense of stability, as well as you still have that nice cushy landing if you do have any hard landings when you jump, but the front is completely contained boost. So this reminded me a little bit of, and I kind of took it out here, your Harden Volume 1, where you had that fully enclosed boost going all the way around with a little bit open on the end there. So it does play similar to the Harden Volume 1, which was a very good performance shoe. I have 4 pairs. My only issue with those was the traction didn't last as long as I wanted it to. But that 4-foot boost, how it feels when it's contained is, it does feel maybe closer to bounce, where you have a lot of court feel. It is a little bit more firm, but because it's boosted in there, it actually absorbs all the shock. So it's this really cool sensation that does feel firm. You do feel fast, but you never feel that shock going up your body, through your knees, through your back. So it's a really nice compromise. Now this does have a high heel, so your heel drop is actually kind of steep in this shoe, but for a basketball shoe, it pretty much forces you to stay on your toes, which is actually a really nice sensation. So it kind of wants you to be quick, and when you go back in your heel, you have that nice soft cushion, but you have this fully supportive shoe that's keeping you locked in. Again, nothing but good things, and the fact that this is going to be the same tooling used on the 98 version coming out is something I'm really excited about. All right, so finally, there has to be a negative on this shoe. And if you guys have seen the review from Nightwing on this specific shoe, I wish I could say something different, but it's the traction, and that's not a negative. And let's take a look here. You have a solid herringbone up top. You have kind of a translucent herringbone here, and then you have this super soft kind of all around rubber in the back. Now the only negative on this shoe, this rubber is soft. It is pliable. This is something I've done 3 long sessions, 3 short sessions, and 1 kind of just 32 shooting around in. So I put in some time in this, and the rubber is really soft. I don't even think this could last a normal indoor season in high school. Now it may not. I'm not going to put it through the ringer, and at $200, it's not something I'm going to be beating on either. What I can say is, if you're a professional athlete, or if you're a school sponsored by Adidas and you're able to play in these, this is probably one of the best performers out there, right up there with the Kobe 360, that just does a little bit of everything that this will improve your performance. Now, everyone else, if you can't get a hold of this, which has been hard to find, if you're not looking to spend $200, which again, that's a lot of money, the downfall is purely the durability, because you stop on a dime. The herringbone just works. The traction where it's at, the location, the rubber, no matter what direction I'm going in, it works. I have nothing negative to say about the performance. And the crazy thing is, on this crazy BYWX or crazy 98, is this is probably the best performance basketball shoe Adidas has done, and it's not even a signature shoe. I know Brandon Ingram broke it out last year for the Lakers, which I'm kind of excited I was able to get that colorway, because when I saw these on his foot, I was just like, all right, what are those? That's some hotness. And then the only other person to wear these was, Nick Young Pharrell had a version. I mean, so it's kind of crazy that this is not a signature athlete shoe. I wish John Wall, I think he's had a version for his colorways and he's worn it. But if you're a professional athlete and you're wearing Adidas, you need to call 3 stripes and get this on your foot. These things are absolutely amazing. Now, if they were to come out with the version with this upper, the rumors are that price point may come down to about $140 to $160. At that price point, you're essentially at the hardened levels of price, and you're kind of the upper level in the market as far as what you're paying for. And I would say you're getting probably the best basketball shoe you can play in. So I hope I can get a size 12, and I'll get it in this style with this performance. That's a mic drop. Guys, I was not looking to do a review on this, as I said before, just because the exclusivity, the price point, and kind of the other factors involved where it's just hard to get. I don't think it's viable. But with this new Performance Retro Protro, I think Adidas has a hit, and I hope everyone's able to jump on it and get it quick. I don't know if there's going to be resale value in these. I hope there's not much hype behind it, because as a performance shoe, it is a beast, and it is worth getting for any hooper out there. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. We're gonna have some new content coming out. Obviously, I didn't talk about our Velocity insoles, but if you haven't ordered yours, that price will be going back up to retail now that we've hit our goals. Those that have ordered, it will be coming out. Hopefully, our goal is sometime this month in your hands, so we'll see how that goes as things are progressing, but we are moving forward. Can't thank you guys enough for all the supporters out there. If you have any questions, hit them down below in the comments. Follow me on Twitter, on Instagram. If you guys want to see anything, let me know. Super excited about this one, and I'm happy I can bring you some information and help some people out there. This is Levi with Sneaker Gears, and I'll come back at you later.